Are the locals. Gagawa kami video. Panoorin nyo. This lesson is about stack in Java. Stack in Java uses an import called import java that uses stack that enables the Java collection to be used regarding stack. Stack with and open close parentheses. This is the syntax to create an empty stack. While is empty is to determine if the stack is empty, and then push open close parentheses to add element onto the stack. Pop to remove element on the stack, and then size to determine the size of the element. For example, 1, 2, 3. The size of the element is 3. Okay. And then pick open close parentheses. For example, if 1 was inserted here, 2 is here, and then 3 is here. If you use pick, 3 would be the one that would be displayed. Okay. For the syntax application, you will need stack data type variable name is equals to new stack data type. And then string sample. Sample is just a variable name included by me. Okay, good. Null, if you would declare it to null, you could declare it already in the front. Sample is equals to name.pop. Syntax application. Stack data type variable name is equals to new stack. The data type which is used, the data type must be the same. String, the variable name, it would be depending on the user or the programmer. And then name that push. So if we put Lester, the string, and then Leo and Ivan, that would be entered, and the stack would be simple. The system that out the print line name, the display would be Lester, Leo, Ivan, and then and the name that push, let's add BSA and then project. So sample is equals to name that pick. So if we pick the current stack of BSA and project, the one that would appear would be project because it was the last entered. And then system out the print line name and then sample. If we display both of the stack that was created, it would be Lester, Leo, Ivan, and then for the second stack it would be BSA project, and that is
Queue. Queue is defined by having a FIFO, means first in, first out. Ordering principle. The first element added to a queue is the first to be removed, and the last element to be added to a queue will be the last to be removed. The terminology for operation that act on queues is as follows. The NQ means add new element. DQ means remove an element. Here is the example of this one. These are following syntax for the queue. Queue means create an empty queue. This empty queue is the queue that empty. NQ or add an item on the queue. DQ remove, it means return and remove the item that was inserted mostly recently. And the last size, the number of items on the queue. Next, this is the syntax of the queue. Syntax is in declaring new queue. Queue data type variables equals to new linked list data type. Note, the first letter of data type is in uppercase form enclosed by these two symbols. Pause mo natin. Ito yung demonstration kung paano mag-insert at mag-remove ng queue. Pagka mag-i-insert ka ng bagong queue, mapupunta siya sa baba. Pag mag-i-insert ka ng panibago, sa pangalawa naman, sa pangatlo, pataas. Tapos, pagka ito yung demonstration in adding queue and removing a queue. Pagka mag-i-insert ka ng bagong queue, dito siya sa pinakababa. Hanggang sa pagka mag-i-insert ka ulit ng isa, pangalawa, pangatlo. Tapos, order of removal, the DQ element, kung ano yung unang mong in-insert sa queue, yun yung unang mariremove. Tulad nitong 1, siya yung una. Okay. Ito yung example codes ng queue. Queue, the data type which is integer, variable name niya is num, plus the new linked list. Itong codes na to ay yung pag-a-add ng new element sa queue. Yung 0, which is siya yung unang in-add nyo, siya yung unang lalabas sa output natin. And then, ito, system out that print line current element plus num, the variable name of the queue. Int remove queue equals to num.remove. Ito yung codes na para mag-remove ng queue. Tapos, di-display ulit siya plus remove queue. And then, pagkukunin natin yung size, int size queue is equals to num.size parentheses. Tapos, di-display ulit natin siya. Ito yung magiging output niya. Current element, kung ano yung unang element na in-input ay 0, 1, 2, 3. Na-close siya ng bracket. Tapos, sa remove element, kung ano yung unang element na in-input natin, yun yung unang element na ma-remove niya, which is the 0. Kaya ang output niya is 1, 2, 3, 3 na lang. The size of the queue is 3. Kung ilang element na lang yung natira, yung na-remove.
Good day to you everyone. Today I will be discussing to you in Java the iteration, or also we call as looping. Iteration means retrieve elements one by one repeatedly until the process is done. So basically we have three main types of iteration, or also we call as looping statements. First one is for loop, the second is do while, and the last one is while loop. And for the application for these looping statements, first one we tackle the for loop. First we instantiate for and write the open parentheses, then initialize. Initialization, for example, in this one, we had this data type as integer or int, and our variable is x is equal to 1. Then, that's the initialization. The second one, we turn to the condition. Our condition is x is less than or equal to 5. And being terminated by a semicolon. Then turning to the last one, last part of the syntax is the expression which written as x plus plus, or x in increment process, and closed by closing parentheses, and
we have to open a curly brace. Then we have to make a statement. For example, system.out.print line, open close parenthesis, and the quotation, hello. In this example, we have to print hello based on the condition written in this paper. So basically, int x is equal to 1, x is less than or equal to 5, and x plus plus, system.out.print line hello. As you can see, I have numbered each one of these. This one pertains to how the process is done. First, we have to look for the value of x, or your initialization. Since you initialize with 1, turn to the second part, is 1 less than or equal to 5? And if it's true, turn to the third part, which is the statement. If the condition is true, you have to print the line, or you have to print the statement. So we have to write here the output. Hello. Then, turning to the fourth part is the expression which is written as x plus plus or increment. Then, we turn back again to the first part, which is the initialization. Then, since we had to increment in this one, or to add, basically, so we have to add 1 by another 1. So, that basically turns into 2. Int x is equal to 2. And turning to the condition is 2 less than or equal to 5. And if it's true, turn again to the third part, which is printing the word hello. If it's true, then write hello. For another one, increment again, or adding 1 for the initialization. 2, since we had 2 in the initialization part on the second part, we have to add again 1 as for the meaning of increment. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Then, again, it is a repetition until we have achieved the condition, which is 5. Then 4 and 5. Is 3 less than or equal to 5? If it's true, and it's true, basically, then print hello. Is 4 less than or equal to 5? It's true. Is 5 less than or equal to 5? Since the equation tells, or the operator tells that it is equal, then we would print hello. Again, we had to increment or add 1 again for the initialization, and we write 6 since 5 was the last one that have initialized. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Is 6 less than or equal to 5? Then basically it is not, because it only tells in the condition that we had to only put 5 prints of hello. So we have reached the condition as the print was less than or equal to 5. And for the other looping statements, and for the dual looping statement, we must first initialize. Again, we have to turn to this example. We have to initialize. Then we have to put right down here is int x is equal to 1. Then terminated by a semicolon. Then instantiate as do. Write down do. Open curly brace. Then we have to print a statement. For example, hello again. Terminated again by a semicolon, and the expression is increment. For you listeners to understand, and while, then open parenthesis, then put the condition x, just copy here, less than or equal to 5. Basically, you can see here that the arrangement was literally changed or just rumbled, but the output was still the same. First, we have to look for the initialization. Initialization starts at 1. This one pertains to the index. And turning to the second part, which is the condition, is x is 1 less than or equal to 5. If it's true, then print hello. Again, the rest of the looping statements were all just the same of the first part, which is the for loop. And so again, iteration is retrieving elements one by one repeatedly until the process is done. That's all.
Yay!